took all the granite off the front of that and restored it to the original look. Got rid of some bad neighbors there for Cliff and Julie. No more brawls in the back alley and people peeing on your steps. The Main Street Inn, there were 3 buildings there that I bought the day that the owners were going to donate them to the city for the tax write-off. I saw them being stripped out. I went and talked to the Reedies and bought those 2 buildings and then bought the center one. And currently those buildings pay about $10,000 a year in taxes. Over 20 years, that's $200,000. That money was gone forever. When you look at all the buildings that we had on Main Street, there's a lot of lost tax revenue there. So over 100 years, without inflation or increases in taxes, it's $1 million in taxes that I've contributed to the city. I'm fortunate to be in a recession-proof business, the plumbing and heating business, that we were not considered, or we were essential when COVID hit, and we shared our prosperity with other businesses on Main Street. We did a gift card matching program. We wrote checks for $38,000. The customers wrote checks exceeding that amount, so that put about $80,000 in the pockets of 6 or 7 restaurants that were trying to succeed. We put a local business person that was closed on our payroll for a month for $4,000 to do marketing for us. There's so many things we do behind the scenes. We put furnaces in for veterans every year on Veterans Day and remodel bathrooms for free. A local person with Lou Gehrig's disease, we just donated the stuff for her bathroom. We've been good for Lowell, the things that we've done. The Main Street Inn, when we remodeled the Ripple building, I put support columns in to add a second story to the Main Street Inn above Ripple. That doesn't really need any specific requirements. There's plenty of parking for that. If we put 6 rooms up there, that would add 6 cars to the parking lot. The beauty of our guests is check-in is at 3 or 4 o'clock. They're late in the day. Check-out is at 11. A lot of our guests arrive late at night. They know the door code to get in, so they're showing up at 10 o'clock at night. The parking is really minimal with the Main Street Inn. If we did receive this building, then we would preserve probably 3 or 4 of the garage openings, so it really would be kind of a neutral effect to the parking situation there. And even when those spaces are occupied, it would be late at night, not during the day when a lot of the businesses need it. It doesn't really, I don't need another project. I'm supposed to be retired. I don't know why I even put a bid on this, but actually probably the manager's apartment would be me living in there just to get a view of the river with a parking spot. So it's no big deal either way. I do have a plan B if I need to expand the inn. I'm not sure that it'd be a lot more work to do it on top of Ripple than it would on top of the Lime Shack. That'd be a pretty easy project. But I think that we've shared our prosperity with Lowell. I've served on every board there is, including the city council. Unfortunately, because of health problems with my parents, I resigned before my term was up. I apologize for that. I let the community down a little bit there, but sometimes, as I said, you got to save yourself before you can save the world. But I would urge you guys to pick somebody out of this and get it over with. There's some tough times coming. Inflation is out of control. A group that I'm in said it's going to be between 20 and 30%. Your numbers need to be higher this year if you're going to match what you did last year in the plumbing and heating business. I went and attempted to pull a right-of-way permit with the city of Lowell today. 3-4 months ago, it was a $50 permit. Today, it's a $250 permit, a 500% increase. Everything is going to be out of control. John Wheeler Construction, big player in Grand Rapids, just pulled out of a 24-story hotel in Grand Rapids, citing interest rates, uncontrolled construction costs. If you put this back out for RFPs, I'll be surprised if you're not going to do any better, but maybe you'll find somebody you like better.
Yeah. Does anybody else have anything? We'll go to council comments. Jim?
I'm good.
Cliff? Blake?
I'm good.
Mark?
Good.
Okay. Eric?
Great.
Tina?
No.
Andrew?
Just wanted to, you could make about, you took issue with my comment about the, one of the RFPs, and I think my concern is just the appearance.
Yeah.
You know, I recognize that, yeah, that wasn't really in control for that one, but someone on the outside is just gonna see how many RFPs were there in the past X years, and why can't anyone get something done? I guess the other comment that came to mind in hearing some of the discussion was that I would agree that you don't, that the offer, right, itself isn't the only or the top consideration. But I think it does show something too. I mean, you know, I don't want to have the impression that someone wants to develop something, they just offer the minimum and then promise the most dazzling development. Because you're just gonna get a developer that tries to cut back after the fact. And, you know, I don't think that's gonna be good either. I think someone that's gonna put in a lot for the bid is showing that they're willing to pay extra to get the development that they want. Not just, hey, here's an opportunity, let's see what I can convince the city to take. So that's the other consideration. But I agree, I think as long as they give us value for the property and low risk of, you know, of problems, I think that's the way to get good value for the community.
Yeah. You guys wanna move to adjourn first?
I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Jim?
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 6:28.
I will support.
Motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? City council is adjourned. You got, I got a question.
Okay.
If you got time.
All right.
Here's the team.